In this episode of Living with Yourself, Season 1, Episode 2, we get the clone version of Miles' perspective on what happened after he was basically, sedated with the gas by the crazy spa people from the strip mall. So basically, he goes about his day. He's driving. He's unusually happy. He's basically has his head outside, the window as he's driving. He goes into a squash field. He buys some squash off the old man from the last episode, like the farmer. He goes into his job. He's in such a great mood. I believe he actually uplifts the feeling of his co-workers, while actually for the first time in a long time overshadowing I believe his ex co-worker Dan. I believe Dan's actually the one who was basically everyone's favorite in the previous episode until this one. So also another thing that should be noticed is the fact that once his wife comes back from work, we see that Miles actually prepared her dinner. He asks her about her day, and he mentions the fact that she came from Ireland, that he gives her so much credit for coming from Ireland and basically becoming her own boss or doing something with like her job with designs and all that stuff and like real estate, something along them lines. So she's really caught off guard by this. She wonders what's really got into him, that he's actually being so thoughtful and considerate, and full of energy. Another thing that should be noted though is that during this episode, how we're really able to tell the difference between the two Miles, the fact that the clone Miles doesn't have the vasectomy, not vasectomy. He doesn't have the appendix scar that the original Miles had from, I believe, happened when he was like around 12 years old or something along those lines. So eventually, we're brought back to the conversation that they had with the two Asian men over at the strip mall for the spa session, whatever, and the whole $60,000 refund. So they go to a burger joint, whatever. The original Miles wants a Coke. The clone Miles wants, green tea. So what's established basically is that clone Miles is essentially like everything that what the original Miles used to be, like his clothes are like mad preppy, his hair slicked back. He actually gives a freak about his appearance. He's more caring, warming, and all that stuff. While the current Miles is just like really like bitter, jaded, shaggy, like unkempt, like they're literally the polar opposites of each other. So I believe the original Miles actually gives the suggestion, or like kind of like a little bit of a command hidden under a suggestion, actually, that the clone Miles should go to like Europe or vacation or something, basically stay away from his life. So the clone Miles agrees to it. At one point he was about to leave, but the original Miles noticed that his wedding ring was on his finger. It was on clone Miles' finger. So clone Miles gives it to the original Miles. So original Miles comes home, spends some time with his wife, but the clone Miles is like really sad because despite he's a clone, he still has the memories and is still essentially Miles. So he misses his wife. So I believe she calls him about the laundry or some crap or something to do with the fertility clinic. So he uses that as an excuse, in a sense, to come back into the picture. So late at night while everyone's sleeping, he decides to come into the house. He goes into the house, and I believe he's caught by the original Miles. So that's all I got, you guys, for this episode review. I give this like an 8 out of 10. If I miss anything, write some comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Adios.